Another story, another video. Dr Cosmo had received an invitation. It was to a scientific presentation at the Afton Robotics facility, hidden in a location secret to the general public. His sister Tasha worked there and had been given permission to bring him to see the developments in artificial intelligence that were to be displayed there. The place was a hub of some of the world's best resources and minds, but Cosmo was fascinated by robotics and wanted to review his visit there. A private helicopter with a pilot named Greg arrived in the local airport to take him there, and arrived at 7 o'clock in the evening. Flying over the foggy mountains brought a sense of mystery and excitement, but also felt rather ominous. "Here we are," said Cosmo. He looked around. It seemed like a pretty quiet place. He knew there'd be loads of people inside though, waiting to see the presentation. He went up to Greg, the pilot, and told him to wait there. He needed to come back out to check everything with the flight was okay, and make sure that he had permission to leave. After that, Greg would go, and Dr. Cosmo would sleep the night at Afton Robotics. He could see the iron golems guarding the place. It all looked very futuristic, the glass and the iron. He took some free food to make sure he was sustained, and headed off. Man, just look at this place, he thought. It was also secluded. It had been quite foggy, and he could see why it had been hidden quite well. He went through to the entrance, but before he did, he read the invitation once more. The invitation read, "Dear Sir/Madam, you have been invited to our illustrious technology presentation in Afton Robotics AI sector, where new, state-of-the-art AI tech is being developed. We hope you enjoy your stay. See you there. Afton Robotics Client and Communications Manager Darren D." Cosmo munched on a piece of steak and headed in. Oh, strange. The door had been left open. He could see the redstone wires linking it up to the lever. Well, he supposed that it might as well be open for the people to be here. And yet, there was no one here. The place was deathly silent. Except for a cow. What was he even doing up there? Cosmo had to stop and stare for a moment. He read the invitation again and realised the cow was Darren D. It had the same name tag. He had so many questions. But he looked around again. The reception was empty otherwise, and the cow couldn't exactly help him. Where was everybody? Why weren't they here? He headed on through the security sensors anyway, which didn't even seem to be working. And he went through some corridors to find 4 rooms, all clad in iron, just like the rest of the base. He had to get a good look around. He wondered where everyone was. He did remember arriving a little bit late, and there being turbulence in the helicopter which had slowed them down. He looked through the rooms. One had pink and purple curtains with a redstone floor. Another had a gold floor and looked like a kitchen of some sort. He crossed over to the other side. The other one had lapis on the floor and looked like it had a playroom with beanbags all over it. The last one had a checkered pattern and looked like some kind of stage. It was all very befuddling, but something about it all seemed a bit familiar to him. He just couldn't quite place it. He went on and then found the imports and the exports room. He knew he wasn't supposed to be here, but he had to find out what was going on. Something almost seemed wrong. He couldn't quite place his finger on it, but he was getting very nervous. Then he saw a minecart roll by itself. He would push that. With increasing anxiety, he went up, and then he saw him. A huge purple bunny with red eyes glowing with hatred. He dashed past Bonnie and ran through to see Freddy Fazbear, teeth grinning, staring him down, eyes full of insanity. He barely got past him. Cosmo had to get out of here. He didn't know what was going on, but he knew that something bad had probably happened to the staff. What about his sister? He went through to the production warehouses, full of boxes and junk that had been used to make the previous rooms. What had they been? The test rooms? Was this the presentation? He felt very scared. And then he heard a noise off to his right. Another animatronic. This one looked like Chica. The characters from Five Nights at Freddy's realised in real life. What kind of sick idea had this been? He had to find a way out of here. He'd already seen Freddy had entered the room, and they were both going to close in on him at any moment. Chica's beaks looked like they could crush his skull and snap his neck in two. He found a production line and ran along it to see what was in the next room. Safety? It was a long shot, but it was all he had. Loads of machinery, all sorts of controls and equipment lying around. Faulty and repaired, functioning. This must be where the animatronics were made and repaired. A production line. Yes, he was right, it was a production line. But he had no time to think. The last of the 4 had appeared behind him. Foxy. and my god, he was fast. Cosmo barely had time to get away in the minecart. The blood was pumping through his veins and he could barely think. He was all rushed. What was going on? Why were the animatronics after him? He hadn't done anything, he was pretty sure. To be fair, he was dressed in purple, but didn't exactly bring up a first good impression. Panting for breath, he looked behind him as he got off the minecart. Surely he was safe for now, but then he heard it. Another sound to his left. Freddy had found him again. There was no way he could get out of this one. Even the endoskeleton in that glass casing was staring him down. There were all kinds of machines here, all out to get him. He didn't know what to do. And then he saw her. Tasha, her head peeping out of a trapdoor over to his right. He got down quickly and headed down into the basement. Cosmo had to stop for one moment. He'd been panicked. But then he saw. Tasha was down here, and she began to explain her story. Tasha had dug out this basement with her own bare fists at first, but eventually gone and mined resources to help her survive. She created her own farm. She didn't know how to get out though. The animatronics were everywhere, and everyone else seemed to have evacuated. And this had all happened 2 days before Cosmo had even arrived. Cosmo didn't think about what had happened to the other guests. Tasha said that she hadn't seen anyone come to the place. It all felt very suspicious, but there was no time to think about it. They had to find a way out. There were levers for the numerous lights Tasha had installed with the redstone upstairs. There was a little farm. Cosmo had to take another look up. He could see the trapdoor was shut, and they'd probably be safe. But before he could say anything, Tasha was already peeping out. And before they could do anything else, they saw Freddy standing there, glaring, watching, waiting. There was no way they would get out, unless they could think of a plan. He started to talk to his sister about all the things that had happened to him along the way, and he was looking around, trying to think of something he could use. What was there? It was stone. Tasha made herself a bed. They had wheat. Great use of wheat farm would be. And look, a dead bush. But then, Cosmo had an idea. He was thinking and looking around when he realised the resources they had were right where they were needed. Tasha had been growing pumpkins. And then Cosmo thought about some snow globes he'd made in his childhood a long time ago as part of a party. And he looked at the iron. Tasha had plenty of resources here. If she mined up the iron and then stacked them with the pumpkins on top, Cosmo knew exactly what to do. And without a moment's notice, Tasha already began digging away after hearing his plan. They knew what was going to happen. Freddy was up there waiting for them, but they were going to take him down. Cosmo was asking Tasha all kinds of questions about why they were building animatronics here, but Tasha said she was just an assistant. She didn't really know anything about what was going on. Cosmo said it's very strange that they would create these characters from a video game. It all seems very trivial. Regardless, however, he gave what resources he had to Tasha. They had a plan. All they had to do was execute it. Cosmo headed up and steadily lifted open the trapdoor. He had to wait. And then he jumped out and pushed Freddy away. He had to distract him while Tasha could prepare. He was trying to get his attention. You can see now Tasha was making her way down the aisle and Freddy was watching him, slowly making his way forward. But then Tasha had it done. They ran past the iron golem she'd just built and left Freddy to his own demise. At least, that's what they hoped. But before they knew it, Bonnie and Chico were just around the corner. They tried to get out to reception, but Foxy was waiting for them. They were cornered. It was a blind panic. Cosmo was running around, shouting, screaming. Tasha didn't know where to go either. They had to get away from him. Cosmo eventually ended up inside test room 1. He could see now the names Freddy, Bonnie, Foxy and Chica on each door. How would he miss that before? This was obviously a mockery of the stage from Five Nights at Freddy's. Tasha was now stuck in the other room. He had to find a way to help her, but he didn't know what he could do. So he decided to run out, distract the animatronics, and get away. He could only hope that they would follow him and she could build more iron golems to defeat them. But they were still there, waiting. Before he could do anything, however, he saw Tasha stand herself with 2 blocks of iron in the doorway. All the animatronics were focused on her. He tried pushing them around, and before they knew it, the iron golems were fighting them off, but they didn't stick around. Hurrying away, full of fear, Cosmo and Tasha ran back through the entrance and away to the helicopter. Breathing heavily, Cosmo had reached the helicopter. This time Tasha was with him. She was already eating the food from the free food basket to restore her health. Darren had also somehow ended up here, but Cosmo didn't question it. All Cosmo could feel in the moment was relief. They were safe, at least for now. The animatronics had clearly been dismantled. He began relating to Greg everything that had happened inside the facility. He knew he was safe for now, but the whole thing had just felt very suspicious. He wondered what had happened to the staff and the other guests. He never found out though. All they could do is call the police and let the clean-up crew come to the base and take care of everything from there. He and Tasha left in the helicopter, and that was that.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to Cosmo's Universe. My name is Matt, and today we are doing a Five Nights at Freddy's mod review in Minecraft. In the meantime, however, I have some other things to be showing you guys. So here we have the FreddyCraft mod. You can download it with the link in the description, as well as Forge for Minecraft 1.7.10. You can get the mod for yourself. And most of what the mod adds is just character. And you can see we've got all these spawn eggs here, which we're going to go over, and all of this stuff at the bottom. This is other items that are related to them. Now, most of this stuff you can't actually get in survival mode. The spawn eggs are creative mode purely. However, the mobs do spawn in survival mode in the dark, generally, just like all other hostile mobs. And the thing about them is that they might be registered as hostile mobs because they attack you, but they actually, if you want to go to your sounds, under options, music and sounds, friendly creatures actually determines how loud they are, because the noises are straight from the game and they do get quite annoying sometimes. Oh, look behind me, you can already see Golden Freddy, I think that is spawned in. Might be Fredbear. Oh, there you see, it's Fredbear, the one and only. But before we get to him, I want to go through the rest of the spawn eggs. To begin with, we have the characters from Five Nights at Freddy's 1. I'm not going to go through each one individually because there's quite a lot to get through. We have Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, Foxy, and Golden Freddy, as well as the Endoskeleton. And the thing is, they all make noises from the game. You can hear the weird groans and the dum-dums. Now, if we go into survival mode, you'll see that most of them actually come running at us. All the incarnations of Foxy are generally the only ones that actually run at you. Most of them just walk around. Now, I want to show you what they drop. You get the screams and everything, of course. And actually, these guys are pretty tough. I've got regular iron gear out here. It's taken a few hits. Now, if we take a look at our inventory, you can see we've dropped a lot of iron ingots. They generally drop 1 or 2. If you hit them till they're dead. And we also have wires. Now, as far as I know, these wires actually have no use. They're like the rest of the items, purely decorative, but we'll get round to that shortly. Could you please go away, BB? We'll get to you. Now we have the second generation of animatronics. So here are the toy animatronics. I'm going to set to daytime. So here we have, you know, Freddy, Bonnie, Chica once again. They're all the same. They are metal, they drop iron. The Mangle special, obviously, with like the sound effects. You can hear the radio. Now BB, we hate BB, so let's use him as an example. Sometimes you only get 1 iron. Sucks, I tell you. This is a good way of collecting iron without having to actually go mining. They're not too common, but you know, already, okay, if you've already got 3, you know, it's not bad. Next also, we've got the Puppet, who's special because they make the regular player noise when you kill them. Puppet. Oh wow, dude. Okay, the Puppet gives you leather. I promise I'm not lying, he's just not being very easy with me today. To finish off the massive crew that was from FNAF 2, we have the Wizards, and these are the guys who were chasing us around earlier. So we have Withered, Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, Foxy, as well as Shadow Freddy and Shadow Bonnie, who, to be perfectly honest, I don't think they did very well, because if you look at the colours really, Shadow Freddy is almost the right colour, and Shadow Bonnie is for some reason grey instead of actually black. Like, I'm just saying, most of these models, right, they're pretty accurate if you look at them. You know, as far as Minecraft goes, like, you know, the details are alright, and they've got the layers good. I mean, I know Bonnie doesn't look like he's really missing his face, but, I mean, he does, just his head, but, like, they're pretty good. But when it comes to the shadows, I'm really not sure, because Shadow Freddy is the colour Shadow Bonnie should be, and Shadow Bonnie is just wrong. Just wrong. What's also interesting about these guys is that when you hit them, they make the noises of an Enderman. However, I'm pretty sure they don't drop anything. So as far as resources, absolutely nothing new in my inventory. But yeah, it's pretty cool to have it. Fights with them, I suppose. Now, the Foxy and the others do actually a fair bit of damage, so you do want to watch out. They're usually not very dangerous on their own, but if they attack you in groups, they can corner you pretty bad. Where could Freddy go? I spy him in the undergrowth. Honestly, I'm getting T-Jog vibes from this. Hey buddy. There you go. Okay guys, so you all knew it was coming. It's your boy, Springtrap. You spawn him in, there he is. Majestic. I think they really did a good job on designing the skin for this, and the layers as well. If you go into survival mode, you'll see they all do literally no damage. They're actually quite easy, but they do have a lot of hearts because these guys are made of metal. Like, did you see how many hits that took? This thing does 6 attack damage, and it took how many hits? 10? So, you know, they've got a lot of health. There's a reason we got this flint and steel. We have several animatronics. Mangle, Freddy, Foxy, Chica, oh dear, hold up, BB, and the puppet. Now, you're thinking, what do all of this lot have in common? Well, let me show you what happens if I burn them. Okay, not like that. Basically, you can see all these guys. If you right-click them with a flint and steel, it's like they've been burned. Basically, these are the phantoms from Five Nights at Freddy's 3. And it just happens that the phantoms take the shapes of Withered Freddy, the puppet, BB, Mangle, FNAF 1 Chica, and Withered Foxy. So they have this new texture, and it doesn't work on any of the other characters, but yeah, that's how you get the phantoms, just in case you guys were wondering, because there aren't phantom spawn eggs in it. And yeah, they also changed the sounds of FNAF 3. They look absolutely terrifying. I've always wondered why these were the only particular phantoms, or why there isn't like a Phantom Bonnie or anything. It is pretty strange, but you know, Five Nights at Freddy's logic, guys, it's pretty bad. I should also probably note that the phantoms don't actually drop anything. I think Phantom Puppet, there we go, Phantom Puppet drops leather just like regular Puppet. But I think they actually drop nothing. Oh no, I'm wrong. They all drop the same stuff as their regular, you know, non-ignited counterparts. Hey, guys, there's an idea. How about an ignited T-Jog mod? Imagine Joy of Creation reborn in Minecraft. It has to happen. So here we have the next set of characters. You've guessed it, it's the Nightmares. So we've got Bonnie, Freddy, Chica and Foxy. We've got Fredbear, Nightmare. And just Plushtrap, who for some reason is only a spawn egg rather than like one of these little cardboard cutouts or whatever they are. And for some reason, he's also fully sized instead of being like a baby thing. So, you know, Plushtrap's like not been made well, I think. The Nightmare Cupcake is tiny and it's fearsome, and it's literally a Nightmare Cupcake. If we go into survival mode, you guys might notice these guys are much harder to kill and they do more damage. Something I should mention is that the Halloween update characters such as Nightmare, BB, Jacko, Bonnie, etc., they're not in here. For some reason, they were never added. I'm honestly not that fussed personally. They're more like recolors of, you know, the certain characters. But honestly, where's sister location, dudes? Come on. Last things, I almost forgot this. You have several spawn eggs here, so you can spawn in the original two, Fredbear and Spring Bonnie. I find it very interesting because you look at them and they look pretty accurate, even though we've only seen them in minigames. They both make the FNAF 3 noise and they drop iron. So, pretty simple. Nope. Not my finest hour, I will admit. Okay, anyway, so you can see where you have Fredbear and Spring Bonnie, but for some reason there are also spawn eggs for the two of them. And they literally spawn exactly the same thing. So I don't know if that's an error or just an update that went wrong, but either way, they're two pretty cool characters. Last of all, I should mention, you've all been waiting for it. I mean, you probably haven't, but can anyone guess what that thing is on my hotbar? Of course, who else would it be? Now, I'm not saying this is an accurate representation of Purple Guy in the new canon, but basically, you have a spawn egg that will spawn in Purple Guy. So Purple Guy will basically be hostile to you, and he actually drops Ink Sacs, which is very strange in itself. I don't know what this is supposed to mean, but you gotta remember this Purple Guy was added before sister location, so it's supposed to be like William Afton, you know, old canon, the killer, before Michael, and we found out Purple Guy was actually innocent, probably. Honestly, man, FNAF lore, it's so construed. And now, that is pretty much all the characters that have been explored, and I just want to quickly go over the items and the props. Okay, so you may have seen these plushies while we were there, but the strange thing is they're not placeable as blocks, and also they don't actually do anything. They're just, again, they're plushies of the main characters, as well as Golden Freddy, but you can put them in picture frames like so, and spin them around if you like. Whee! There's also pizza, which is actually edible. And I think it gives you about 2 or 3 bits of hunger, so kind of nice. Don't really know if you can actually get that in survival. Wire, again, useless. BB's balloon, again, just a prop, like so. Foxy's hook. Now, Foxy's hook is actually quite interesting. Foxy's hook actually does 7 attack damage, so if you are stuck in a fight with animatronics and you kill Foxy, there's a chance he'll actually drop his hook, which doesn't do badly against them. It can kill most of these guys in 3 or 4 hits. Okay, maybe 5, maybe 6, 7 hit. Okay. Some of these guys are OP. I should also mention that Foxy's hook has 1561 durability in comparison to a diamond sword, so it's exactly the same. We also have Bonnie's guitar. Again, I don't know what this was, it doesn't do anything. Freddy's microphone, which once again does nothing. And the cupcake, which interestingly is actually a block. You can pretty much place down as many cupcakes as you want. You can stack them up, you can, yeah. But again, it's got this purplish texture, which kind of sucks. So honestly, that is it. We have our little army of cupcakes here, as well as the little setup. Honestly, this mod was pretty fun. I did enjoy having the characters to use and some items, although, to be fair, most of them were pretty useless, so I'm not saying it's a fantastic mod. But I would recommend, if you are into Five Nights at Freddy's, and you want to try some stuff which isn't just a recreation of FNAF in Minecraft. Thank you all so much for watching. If you did enjoy, please remember to leave a like. It really does help and is much appreciated. If you haven't already, please remember to subscribe to join the community that we have created here. It's loads of fun and games. We have loads of, videos of Minecraft, the infotainment series, Matt Matters. You'll check it out. Remember to share this video if you are already subscribed. That's all for today, guys. Thank you all so much for watching, and until the next time, bye bye.